Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name is Michelle, and I just finished up the feeding for our 23 Magellanic penguins. Now, if you notice, I had some interlopers. They are the seagulls, our western gulls. Now, interesting thing about gulls, I'll give you guys a brief history on how to tell them apart. One thing about gulls, the one that I had coming down on the deck, that is a juvenile. And I can tell that because of the coloration of the feathers. They do not completely lose those feathers until the third winter. So it takes 3 years for them to look like an adult. So they can be in different stages. It's called first winter, second winter, third winter. Different from birds like our penguins that once they go through their first catastrophic molt, they look like the adults. So there is no distinction between different ages. But with seagulls, there is. So depending on the seagull's feathers, their beaks, those are another way, or their bills, the darker the bill, the younger the bird, until it has that yellow with that bright orange dot on it. It is not a sexually mature bird. So the one that was trying to get food today is actually a juvenile, and that's why sometimes you can see that it looks like an adult, but it will still be making those baby sounds, and that's because it's probably a first or second year. Now, our penguins, we have 23. We have 20 adults and 3 juveniles. And the way that you can tell the juvenile is the fact that I have Dee right in front of me, named for Dee Boersma, who is a famous Magellanic penguin scientist. She doesn't have that double black band yet, whereas all the other penguins do. And that is indicative of a juvenile. She hatched in May. So those are an easy way to tell the difference in ages for the penguins. You cannot tell sex by the size of the penguin. Sweetie, I'm all done. There's no more food. It's all gone. This is Fisher. He's one of the younger ones. But if you notice, once that seagull starts to make a lot of calls, they'll run into the water. The adults will, at least, and that's because they are in their migration mode. So anything that they perceive as a threat is going to send them to the water. The youngsters don't understand that quite as yet, so they're still learning. But if the seagull were to come down on the deck, Dee would definitely run into the water just because of the ability to watch the other penguins. And that's how they learn. They are social learners in that aspect. Now, or she'll come over to me for me to save her. Come here. Now, Dee is one of the penguins that, if you were watching our explore.org cam, we have 2. We have the one that is above air, and then we have an underwater camera. So if you've ever wanted to watch our penguins while you're at home, you could. You just go to explore.org and go to Penguin Beach, and you'll be able to see our Magellanic penguins. But we also had a baby cam, and this was Green, who is now Dee. And she is very much the people-oriented. She wants to hang out with us, and that's fine with me. During this time of year, our penguins are going to be eating quite a bit. That's why you see the penguins still coming up to me. Unfortunately, guys, I have nothing left in my bucket. You guys are all done. And what we're going to do is slowly increase their diet, because as they go into their migratory phase, they are bulking up for getting ready for their breeding time. Come on. Now, like I was saying, Dee here is one of our youngsters. We have Cleo over there. We have Wally, which is the male. You cannot tell sex by size. You have to do blood to find out the sex of a penguin. And that's one way that we kind of keep track of our ratios of animals here at the exhibit. We will occasionally switch penguins to other facilities depending on genetic need. We are just a small subset colony of the larger North American colony, so that's something that we work with our SSP program and our SSP coordinator to kind of make sure that we have the best of all worlds for all the penguins. We are just 23 of a much larger subset. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the day. I'm going to be putting some mats out. It's almost like little sleeping bags for penguins. And I hope you enjoy your day here at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Your admission does help us take care of all of our animals. So for myself and all the penguins here, we hope you enjoy your day here. And we hope to see you again real soon.